Compassion is not weakness. It is the visible expression of a heart that has been transformed by love. When people truly understand the kindness of God, they begin to treat others differently. Harshness gives way to patience. Judgment gives way to mercy. Distance gives way to embrace. In Luke 10:25-37, Jesus told the story of a man who was beaten, robbed, and left half dead on the side of the road. Religious men walked past him. They saw the suffering, but they kept moving. Then a Samaritan came by, someone who would have normally been rejected and despised, and he stopped. He bandaged wounds. He carried the broken man. He paid the cost for his recovery. He stayed when others walked away. Compassion always moves toward pain instead of away from it. Many people think compassion must be earned, but God never dealt with humanity that way. While the world was lost, Christ moved toward us. While people were broken, ashamed, and failing, heaven responded with rescue instead of abandonment. Romans 5:8 says that God demonstrated his love toward us while we were still sinners. Love came first. Mercy came first. Grace came first. When someone realizes they are already deeply loved by God, they stop living from fear and begin living from overflow. Compassion becomes natural because the heart is no longer striving for approval. Jesus consistently revealed this throughout his ministry. He touched lepers others avoided. He ate with tax collectors others condemned. He defended the woman caught in adultery when others held stones in their hands. He restored Peter after failure instead of discarding him. The heart of God was never centered on destruction, but restoration. Compassion sees people beyond their worst moment. The religious mindset asks, how could they do this? Love asks, how can they be healed? Compassion does not deny truth, but it understands that transformation grows best in the atmosphere of love. Fear may control behavior temporarily, but kindness changes hearts deeply. Ephesians 4:32 says, be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God in Christ forgave you. Notice the order. We forgive because we have already been forgiven. We love because we have already been loved. Compassion flows from what we have received. Sometimes the hardest people to show compassion toward are those who hurt us personally. Yet Jesus revealed a completely different way of living. On the cross, he said, Father, forgive them. Even in suffering, love continued speaking. That kind of compassion cannot come from human effort alone. It comes from understanding the heart of the Father. The old world operated through separation, hostility, and endless striving. But Christ revealed a new covenant built on reconciliation and peace. Humanity was invited into union instead of distance. Because of this, believers are not called to stand over people in condemnation. They are called to carry hope into wounded places. Compassion listens. Compassion restores. Compassion lifts burdens. Compassion refuses to give up on people. Sometimes the greatest ministry is simply being present for someone who is hurting. A compassionate person becomes a refuge in a harsh world. Colossians 3:12 says, put on therefore as the elect of God, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long-suffering. Notice the phrase holy and beloved. Compassion is rooted in identity. People who know they are beloved become capable of loving others freely. The church should be known less for condemnation and more for healing, less for suspicion and more for restoration, less for fear and more for love. Jesus revealed what the Father is like, and everywhere he went, compassion followed him. Blind eyes were opened, the rejected were welcomed, the ashamed were restored, the weary found rest. When compassion fills the heart, people begin seeing others differently. Instead of labels, they see value. Instead of failures, they see people worth loving. The world has enough critics. It needs more people who know how to heal wounds. Compassion may seem small in the moment, a kind word, patience, forgiveness, generosity, listening. But heaven works powerfully through those things. One act of mercy can change the direction of someone's life forever. Walk gently with people. Be patient with weakness. Speak life instead of condemnation. Carry the heart of Christ into every relationship. Love never fails, and compassion is love made visible.